Hi everyone, this is Lisa from the Rhinestone World, and in this video I'm going to show you how to design around an irregular shape to be pressed onto something using your Silhouette Studio version 4.0, as well as cutting your scrap vinyl and pressing onto this pillow. And this pillow doesn't have a removable case, so I'm going to show you how to lower the pressure on your heat press in order to get a good press with your vinyl. Hi everyone, this is Lisa from the Rhinestone World, and in this video I'm going to show you how to design around an irregular shape and to press vinyl onto a pillow. So what I'm going to be pressing on is this little pillow here. I got this from Target. It was in their dollar section. I think it was maybe $5, and it's got a United States applique on here. So there's a big area that needs some vinyl. So I'm going to make a little design for it so I can put it on my couch for the 4th of July. So the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to make myself a guide for what I need to design within. Now you can adjust your page settings in here right there, which is not a big deal, but for what I'm doing, I'm actually going to go ahead and draw a box. So I'm going to grab a box and I'm going to draw it like this. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to resize it to what I need. Now the cool thing about Silhouette Studio version 4.0 is that we have this bar up here that once we have an object selected, we can do some of the more common commands that you would do. So right here are our scale options. So right now the aspect is not locked. Most times you want to lock it because you want to keep your object dimensional, you want to keep the ratio the same, but I am actually going to put in exactly the dimensions that I want. So I'll do 10 inches and then I'll do 5 inches. So now you can see it's resized 5 by 10. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the United States for me to put this in. So when I measured 5 inches by 10 inches, I put a little bit of gap between the sides here, and I also factored in extra space here. So the 5 inches is actually to about the middle part of here, not where Texas comes down. So I'm going to go over here, and I use a TrueType font called State Face. It gives me all the states and the USA. All I have to do is type out a letter. So I'm going to do Z, which is what we use for the United States. I'm going to highlight it, and up here I can quickly change the font. So I'll do State Face, and here's my United States right here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to scale it up and have it set that it fits within my margin area. So now I can kind of visualize how my design is going to work. So I'm going to bring this in just a little bit more and bring it like that. So that's about where my design is going to be in my workspace. So now I'm ready to type. So I'm going to type Land That I Love. So Land That I Love. Now this song is not public domain, so you can't sell this design, but I am going to put this in my, in my living room, so it's not a big deal. So I'm going to go ahead and find the font that I want to use. Let's go right here and scroll through, and I want to use Carafe, right? And I'm going to go ahead and color this in so you can see the font, okay? So Land That I Love, and we're going to take this, and right here I can weld it quickly because this is a script font, and then I'm actually going to take this one right here, Love, make this a compound path, and then these are all by themselves, and then I'll take this Land and make that a compound path as well. So these are their own object. And now that I look at it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out this That I and use a different font. So I'll go right here, back to my text tool, do That I, and then I'm going to change this to Caphorus. Right, so now all we have to do is scale it up. So I'm just going to bring it like this. And then Love, I want to be pretty prominent, so I'm going to make this larger. Maybe shrink it down just a little bit. Position this right here. And then I'm going to do this in red vinyl. And then Land That I Love. Let's go ahead and color this in blue. So these two, Land and That I, will be the same color. We're going to use royal blue glitter for that. So I'm going to go right here, and now we're just going to size it like this, and now I know that this is how it's going to be on my United States. So I can look, cool, that's about what I want it to be. And so now I'm just going to go ahead and take this square out of here and take my United States out of here. I'm going to group this together. And because this is set like this, I'm going to go ahead and just take all of this, hold down Alt, make a copy, and move it to the side. Because I'm going to move them to cut, but I kind of want to see about how they are with my design. So now I'm going to take my whole design, right click, flip horizontally, and then I'm just going to set it up on my workspace. So I'm going to be cutting on scraps, so I'm going to put it in the corner of my design space, and I'm going to make sure I have it set to my cutting mat right here. So I have cutting mat. If you don't have your cutting mat showing, you just go to your page setup right here under cutting mat and go to Cameo. So I'm going to go ahead, cut both colors, and then I'll be ready to weed and apply the vinyl. Here's my vinyl that I cut out. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to press these at the same time. So I trimmed down my carrier really close to my vinyl because the carrier isn't a big deal if the carrier overlaps, but if your vinyl is touching a carrier underneath it, then the vinyl will actually stick to the carrier and not your object. So you want to be careful with something like that. So I have this set like this, and I'm just going to bring this up a little bit more and then have my love here. So you can see it's all set up. I'm just going to turn this a little bit to make sure I have it set how I like. And now what I'm going to do is this pillow is curved and it's going to be difficult to have your vinyl stay on here. So I'm going to use this heat tape that I have. This is our magic heat tape available on our website. I'm just going to tape it down right here. Tape it and then smooth it. Tape it right here. And then bring it right there. And then one more on this side. And this is Siser glitter vinyl. I have this in royal blue and then red. Right? So I have this all taped down. You can see it's coming up a little bit here, so I'm going to put another piece of tape and reinforce it right there and right there. So now this part is all set, and I'm going to set up to press this on my heat press. Here's my pillow on the heat press. Now there's a couple of things that I need to consider with this. This pillow is really high. So the pressure that I have it set to now for shirts is going to be way too high. So I'm going to take my press and I'm going to lower the pressure a lot. So I'm turning this. One way to make sure you're adjusting your pressure the right way is that there's a screw here. And so you want less space between the handle and the plate. That means there's less pressure. So we're going to lower it a lot. And now I'm going to take my cover sheet. I'm going to see how my pressure is, see if I've lowered it enough. So I'm going to cover this, bring this down, and I got it to click. So I'm going to press this for 15 seconds at 315 degrees. All right, let's take our cover sheet off. Let's see how this stuck. So we're going to grab our tape. It looks like I got a good press with my vinyl. So check that out. I have a custom pillow with Siser a custom pillow with Siser glitter vinyl. This is a great use of your scrap vinyl. If you look, I only used a little bit of each, so you can customize this pillow. This is something that you can also take pillows that you get from the store and customize them with names, with quotes, whatever you like. Now, if you want any of the materials in this video, they're all available at therhinestoneworld.com. Hey everyone, if you'd like the materials from this video, you can get Siser glitter vinyl in royal blue, Siser glitter vinyl in red, and then I use my Stahl's Max Press 15 by 15 to press this pillow.